Okay.
With the intention of buying that company.
Oh.
Yeah. But along the line, my manager sold the company without not letting me know that his company is sold. So I was sold the company together. I was sold together with everybody in it. And then I got mad. And I told him, listen, I'm leaving.
Slavery is over.
Well, I don't want to use that word, but I told him, I'm leaving.
Okay. What did he say?
He was begging. He said, no, why? You don't have to leave. We'll make it right. And
was that when you decided to set up your own company?
Yeah.
And you moved back to Amsterdam?
Yeah, I moved back to Amsterdam.
Okay. And you are in the Belma area of Amsterdam. Yeah. What informed your decision to stay in the Belma?
Yeah, because I've worked almost, I think about 6 years before I started this my business. And each time I come here, I see the Ghanaians. I had a friend here. I'm making an advertisement for him, but we'll be good friends here. And he's got formerly he used to sell clothes, but now he's got a mustard seed collection,
Okay.
That guy, Dominic. He's a good friend. He also studying for pharmacy.
Okay.
We're in the same school. So I used to come to him every time, in the weekends. And when I come, people come to ask me their medication. What is it? What is it? What is it? And I say, look, why is it not possible to come and sell it here? And then when they can come here, instead of coming to worry me in the weekend when I'm coming to eat my banku and fufu.
That's why I started.
Yes.
For the benefit of our viewers back in Ghana, Belma is a big suburb of Amsterdam. And there are said to be about 70,000 Ghanaians living.
No, it's about 40,000.
40,000 Ghanaians officially living.
Officially, it's about 20, but unofficially about 40 or something.
Okay, I always get different figures.
No problem.
But it's a lot of Ghanaians community here. So, who are your clients?
Everybody. Ghanaians.
Not exclusively Ghanaians.
No, everybody.
Okay. You get a lot of Ghanaians?
Yes, a lot. Most, particularly Ghanaians come a lot.
I'm going to ask you this delicate question. I don't know if it's a breach of confidentiality.
No.
What is the major ailment Ghanaians complain about?
Now, let me think. Blood pressure.
Blood pressure. Yeah. And then what?
And diabetes.
Okay. You would talk a little bit about what do you think giving them blood pressure?
No, normally, most blacks, we have a different structure. Even if you read books, they will tell you, generally, blacks have got from I think it's hereditary.
It's a genetic
problem, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And the diabetes?
Our diet, our way of fooding.
Okay, way of fooding. This is a program where we try to talk about African, the development agenda of Africa.
Yeah.
How often do you go to Africa?
2 times in a year.
2 times in a year. Apart from Ghana, how many countries have you been to in Africa?
I can't tell. I've been to England, I've been to Germany.
I mean African countries.
African countries. Yeah. Let me see. I've been once to Nigeria. I've been once to Togo.
Okay.
Ivory Coast I haven't been there before, but I think I'll be probably going to South Africa
soon.
Soon.
You run your own successful business in Amsterdam. Yeah. You're living comfortably here. Is there anything you miss in Africa?
A lot.
Can you tell us some?
I miss my family.
Yes, and then?
Home sweet home.
Home sweet home.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's every luxury for you. Many people, maybe they forgot.
You know what?
They forgot their origin.
Luxury here is illusion.
It's illusion.
Yeah. It's illusion.
Why is it illusionary?
Africans have a way of living, and Europeans have their own way of living. You can't mix them.
You cannot mix them.
No. No matter who you are, as an African, you always remain African. Let me tell you something. If you put a broiler, you know what broiler?
Broiler, yeah.
Amongst chickens
layer.
In Africa, they will eat them up. We live in the wilderness. Some people, I see some of the problems I see here is just because people are enclosed between 4 walls.
They have no space like we do in Africa.
And that's having them psychologically beating them down, mentally, physically. We are not born to stay inside.
We are outside.
That is it. And a lot of them are getting.
Is that contributing to the health factor?
Pardon?
Yes. Is that contributing?
Yes. Yes, a lot.
And you tell your patients this?
Well, it depends. You know, I put more in a way in way of go more to the gym.
Okay.
Get out, do something. Use your energy. Because if you don't use it and you sit down behind in your room and you are thinking of the things you cannot reach, it can make you mad.
Okay. All right.
So go and waste the energy
in the gym.
In the gym, and you can sleep good.
Was that? I always find this very curious about the Africans. We made very bad immigrants. We always think back home. Why don't we let go?
But I don't.
We don't. I mean, whenever we travel to Africans, we always have problem of looking back to Africa.
Yeah.
We don't let go. The Europeans can take their bag and go to Portugal or...
I said something, home, sweet home.
Yeah, why is it peculiar to Africans? Why do you think it's peculiar to Africans?
When I was a boy of 9 years and boy of 6, 7 years, I used to go to the village with my father. And you know what my father do? My father cut fresh plantain and get some snails from the farm. Not snake, snail. And then you know, the fresh leaves of cocoyam and red oil, and we don't even eat it on a plate. We eat the leaves.
And you miss that?
I miss it.
That is really after all this.
I miss it.
After all this university education, all this chemistry and.
I told you, Europe is illusion. You can reach any goal you want to reach, but that doesn't change you. You can. I have double character. When you see me in Africa, you won't recognize me on the street. I don't wear trousers.
Except when you're working.
When I'm working.
Okay. Another question we always try to ask on this question: do you belong to any professional association of Ghana or Africa?
Professional association in Ghana?
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately, no.
Okay. Do you belong to any Ghanaian association?
Here?
Yes.
Unfortunately, no.
No. And then there's another question we will try to ask. Do you have any project, or are you thinking of getting a project ongoing back home?
Yes.
In what area?
Farming.
Farming. How far are you?
In the beginning phase.
Okay. So, what are the plans for the future?
Plans for the future is try to open this place where I'm sitting now. It's quite small. Get a lot of Ghanaians going, motivating them to have places for their internship. Because sometimes there are some people who have got talent, but they cannot fit in the society. They come as weekly souls, but you need somebody to support them.
And they need role models.
Yes.
And you are trying to provide that.
I have.
The question also I was going to ask you. You were mentored by your uncle.
Yes.
I was going to ask you, are you mentoring someone at the moment?
I have. Where we are sitting now, there are two. We train 2 girls who are trying to be doctor's assistants, and I have also one Dutchman and one Ghanaian girl that I'm training to be assistants.
Okay. And you're mentoring them?
Yes.
All right then. You, from people you remember back home, are there people you would like to say hello to? You may speak. You may speak.
My mom.
Your mom.
Hi, mom.
I say
everything is being fine. Don't worry. Bye bye.
Speak Gatoa.
You mommy. Kashik bay. No, I know you're fine. One me if you. One me no Kashik bay. Bye bye.
Another people.
I don't know.
But your uncle.
He doesn't live anymore.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. So, Dr. Laryea, when you go to Africa, you see these vast resources we have. And you see the inadequacies, what we still have challenges in water provision, electricity provision. What do you think we are doing wrong?
Yeah, I've already. It's a very difficult question. What are we doing wrong in Africa?
If we're still struggling with water, we're still struggling with the telephone.
Yes. I think I'm thinking it's more of structure. In the system.
There are not enough structures.
No, when I talk about structure, I'm talking in terms of let me use another word, designing the system in Africa in another model. We think we we think of things that we cannot do. You understand? We have sort of big projects and that kind of thing that we start them, but we don't end them. And it's not a bad idea to think of big projects, but start somewhere.
We have to start from the basics.
Yes, and see the results, and then expand. For instance, you hear of a multi-million water project somewhere in Kaban or here, and it gets stuck. And sometimes, you're right, when I for instance, road construction.
Yeah.
You know, the to and flow of traffic is heavy in the day, and in the night is less. I saw one thing in Europe. In Europe, they do their constructions in the night. In the daytime, things are normal. You understand?
But
so
in
Africa, in the middle of the afternoon, you see the road closed. Everything is choked.
Is that
they are constructing? I mean, I'm not saying they are doing something, but I'm talking about designing the whole thing from the beginning. For instance, when they are building a flat, or a bungalow or shopping mall, everything has already been worked on paper. The money is there. You know, so when they start, they finish, and you get the